beautiful truth seekers. Welcome in or welcome back to the Third Flame Tarot. My name is Amber. Thanks so much for joining me today. I am so happy to have you. Now, I wanted to come in today completely open and do a whatever comes out reading, just become an open channel for spirit and see what comes through. But I really wasn't prepared for what I was going to experience during my meditation today. It was really rather a bit melancholy and sad. So I'm sitting in meditation and just looking at the blackness, and I start to feel myself drop. And that's when I heard two words, Big Pharma. And then I begin to see a little bit of light, but it's all out of focus. And as the camera begins to focus, or my vision begins to focus, I realize that I'm looking at a shelf lined with pill bottles. And there are all different sizes and dimensions of pill bottles, but they're all formal pill bottles with the label like you would get from a hospital or a doctor. And my camera perspective is going down this shelf of pill bottles, looking at all the different pills. And just before I get to the end of the shelf, that scene fades out and the next scene begins to fade in. And that's when I see a skeleton sitting at a table with a checkbook. And the skeleton is writing out checks, ripping them off the book and setting them down. Writing a check, ripping it off the book and setting it down. And this goes on for quite a while until there are no more checks left in the checkbook. The skeleton turns its head like this and that scene fades away. The next thing I see is a rather large chessboard. It's not a life-size chessboard, but it's bigger than a regular chessboard. I would say probably about 3 or 4 feet wide by 3 or 4 feet in length. And on the chessboard, instead of chess pieces, there are various medical equipment. So I saw a wheelchair, an IV stand with an IV bag, a stethoscope, various different types of casts and pill bottles and other medical equipment, crutches, everything you can think of. They were all on the chessboard like they were the chess pieces. And something interesting I noted about this is that all the chess pieces were put in their beginning position, so they weren't scattered around the board. There were medical equipment chess pieces on this side and medical equipment chess pieces on this side, so it was like the game hadn't begun yet. And then that scene fades away, and the next thing I know, I'm standing in a hospital room and it's completely empty. There's a hospital bed with nobody in it, but I hear a TV, and I look up on the wall and I see a TV mounted to the wall, and there was commercials playing on the TV. But I'm looking around, all around me and behind me, and there's nobody else there. That scene fades away and I'm back in the blackness, and I heard RG1. And then a scene slowly begins to fade in again, and this time I'm looking at a giant tree. But the tree is bare. There's no leaves or fruit or anything on it. It's just a bare tree. And as I'm staring at this tree, I can hear like wind going by. And the tree, like my vision, my camera perspective slowly begins to change. And it was like I was a camera being turned upside down like this. And then I was looking at the tree upside down. So the tree was like, the branches of the tree were facing downward. And then it started to morph into a set of lungs. Then that scene fades away, and the last thing I saw was a long hallway. So it was a dark, long hallway, but a light at the end of the hallway. I knew that this was a message from somebody who had passed on, so I started to begin to ask Spirit anything about the person that might be coming through to try and bring a message to a loved one. But I could not get a name or a face. I sat in meditation for quite a while trying to get any more information, but that was it. That was the last thing I experienced during that meditation. Okay, let's get started. All right, so, it definitely, I could feel sadness within that meditation, but it didn't really feel like sadness from the person that had crossed over. It felt like sadness from the people that loved that person. So the person that crossed over is sad that their loved ones are sad. But it definitely did feel like they had a message that they wanted to get across. So we'll see what comes out. All right, Spirit, we are here. Open and receptive to whatever messages you wish to come through, please. We are open and receptive to whatever messages you wish to come through. What messages do you have for the collective consciousness that has lost a loved one? What do we have for the collective consciousness that this story already resonates with, please? We're here to get any messages that you want to come through. Let's get 2 more shuffles. And last shuffle. I just realized that I intuitively picked up this deck and it has a skeleton on it. And I don't usually use this deck. I use it really rarely because it's such a huge deck. But I just felt like I needed to grab this one. Okay, Spirit. Let's get 3 base cards for the base energy read, please. Four of Wands. Knight of Swords. And the Three of Swords. Yeah, there's the sadness that I've been feeling here. Okay. The first card out is the Four of Wands. It represents structure, joy, and celebration. The Four of Wands is an energy of stability. It can also represent marriage. Structure, joy, and celebration. Yeah, it's a feeling of stability. And then the next card we've got is the Knight of Swords. Courage, intellect, pure at heart, justice, light in dark places. Light in dark places. I saw that hallway that was really dark, and at the end of the hallway was a light. And on this card it says light in dark places. Your loved one is in a beautiful place. Your loved one is in the light. They're not somewhere dark and cold. They're somewhere warm, surrounded by love of the all that is. They don't want you to be sad. They understand your sadness, but they don't want you to be sad. They want you to know that they are well and good on the other side. They just don't have their human shell anymore. You know? It's still hard though. You know, it's still hard. You miss them. It's like, you're not sad you're sad for them because it's heartbreaking to lose somebody, but it's almost like you're sad for yourself because you miss them so much. And then the last card out is the Three of Swords, which is all about heartbreak, despair, soul-crushing loss. Heartbreak, despair, and soul-crushing loss. Yeah, that's definitely the feeling I was getting in the meditation today. It felt really sad. And when I was in the hospital room in my meditation, there was nobody there. It was a very empty feeling. Very empty. Like you lost some stability here. This sadness when your loved one went to the light, it brought you a lot of sadness. You felt like this could have been rather sudden. You know, we've got the Four of Wands here, which is stability and celebration, right? You might have felt like this stability has been shook, has been rocked. Okay, let's get some more cards. You know, it's never easy losing a loved one. I think the hardest part for sure is watching somebody you care about suffer or be in pain. It's like when you're watching them suffer and be in pain, it's absolutely gut-wrenching. It's heartbreak. But I know in my own life experience, when I've watched loved ones suffer and eventually pass, once they do cross over, it's almost a bit of a relief, right? Because you know that they're out of pain now. And I feel like that's what your loved one is trying to, the message that they're trying to get across is that they're not in darkness. They are in the light with this card here, light within the darkness. They're in the light and they want you to know that. And I feel like they want you to actually celebrate this. They want you to celebrate this crossing. It's like, whoa, did you see that? That just kind of flopped right out. It fell out the bottom of the deck, so we're gonna take it. But it's like, you know, these human experiences, they're temporary. And when we cross over, it's almost like, how I see it is, it's like graduating a grade. It's like you come here to experience certain things. And once you cross over, it's like God wouldn't take you unless it was time. It's like you graduated, but it sucks for, you know, the people left behind that love you. And I feel that for sure from your loved one. They want to comfort you. They don't want you to be sad. They don't want you to feel lonely and like that you are abandoned. They definitely don't want you to feel this. Okay, Spirit, what else do we have for the collective that this story belongs to? What other messages do we have from the other side, please? 2 more shuffles. Last shuffle. All right, what else do we have for the collective that this story belongs to, please? What else do we have, Spirit? What else do we have from this crossover loved one, please? What else do we have? Any other messages, please? Thank you. Whoa. Whoa. Huh. The Defender and Messenger. The Defender. I mean, this looks like the Ace of Swords, doesn't it? And the Ace of Swords is all about clarity and truth. There's like, and the crow here, the messenger, the crow symbolizes, well, birds in general symbolize the space between earth and sky. It's the ether or spirit realm. And crows are known as being messengers from the other side. They're able to move between worlds. And the crow, native indigenous people, American indigenous people believe that the crow is a messenger from the spirit realm. So we have a message of truth here. And then we've got the deceiver. And this feels like self-deception. I think your loved one is trying to say here that you're not seeing the truth of the matter. You're deceiving yourself. And they want to tell you the truth. And the truth is that there is no ending. There is no end. It's an illusion. Don't deceive yourself or convince yourself that they're gone forever. They're not. They're just in another dimension now. They're just existing in another realm, another plane of consciousness. Let's see what the mystery card is. Desire. Yeah. You definitely desire for your loved one to be back. You miss them. But they're always there. They're always there. You can always talk to them. They're never really gone. I'm telling you, they're never really gone. And I don't know if you've ever watched the Jeff Amara podcast, but I absolutely love that channel. Go check it out. He interviews people that have had near-death experiences or death experiences and then come back. And majority of the people that cross over and experience the other side talk about how loving and beautiful and perfect the other side is. And they come back into their human bodies in almost a state of sadness because they don't want to come back into the confines of the human experience. They also talk about coming back into the human experience as they release all fear of death. The fear of death is completely gone once they come back. And I feel like your loved one here is coming through with a message of truth. That your desire to have them come back is deceptive. And that you should celebrate their crossing because now they're in the light, filled with love on the other side, warmth and love on the other side. Okay, let's get a few more cards. Spirit, what else? What other messages do we have for the collective that this story belongs to from the other side, please? Any other messages you have for the collective that this story belongs to? What else do we have? Last shuffle. All right, Spirit. Any other messages, please? What other messages do we have? What else do you want to tell the collective that this story belongs to? Healer. Wow. I love that that ended up like it flopped right into the middle of the reading. You know, this symbol is the Eye of Horus. I would like to read you this card out of the book. Number 32. Healer. You are a healer. Fear not your own ability to be a light worker or way shower for others. Drawing this card can also symbolize that a healing in its highest form is available to you now. If you have pulled this card in regard to a relationship or situation, please know that there is a powerful exchange of energy here. Meditate when you are wanting to heal on the physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual plane. Look at that. Your loved one wants you to heal from this. They're sending you so much love. The Eye of Horus is an ancient Egyptian symbol of protection, royal power, and good health. If you have pulled this card in regard to a relationship or situation, please know that there is a powerful exchange of energy here. Meditate when you are wanting to heal on the physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual plane. Yeah, your loved one wants you to heal from this. They want you to know that they're in a better place and that they'll be waiting for you when it's your time. What else, Spirit? What else? What else? Thank you. Whoa, new moon. That's a new beginning. That's an ending that leads to a new beginning. And I am recording this video on the new moon in Cancer. Your loved one wants you to know that it's not an ending. It's a new beginning. It's a fresh start, a clean slate. And ooh, I'm getting chills. They want you to heal from your pain here, your heartbreak. They don't want you to be sad for them. They want you to celebrate them, celebrate their life, celebrate the experiences that you had. That wanted to flip out. Whoa, spiritual cleansing. I mean, that goes right along with healing. Healing and spiritual cleansing. Look, those cards, both of them are purple. That is Pisces colors. Pisces color is purple, and Pisces rules the 12th house of the zodiac. Pisces is about the deep subconscious. It's the spiritual realm, the psychic realm. Your loved one is in it, they're just in another dimension, they're just in another realm. And they're really wanting you to heal from this pain. They want you to cleanse yourself of this. It's like they can't rest until you understand the truth. The truth. And the truth is that this is a new beginning. It's an ending, yes, but an ending that leads to a fresh start, a new beginning. Anything else out of this deck, Spirit? Anything else? Anything else out of this deck? Thank you. Message. Oh my God. Look. Messenger and message. Oh my God. I've got chills and I feel like I want to cry. You know, from all the different stories I've heard about what it's like to cross over, once you get on the other side, you look back and you realize that these human experiences are really just a blip in time. It's a little tiny piece of a really big picture. And we come here to experience certain things. There are certain things we need to learn and experience when we come here, but these are just little tiny pieces of a really big puzzle. And when you get to the other side, you realize how the temporariness of everything is beautiful and poetic. This is amazing. Okay. Let's get a card out of the Pluto deck. Anything else? Any other messages, please, that you want to bring forth for the collective that this story belongs to? We got message twice. Yeah. Clearly, this is a new beginning, and your loved one really doesn't want you to be sad anymore. And the next thing you know, you'll be together again. You'll be together again. It's just a matter of time, but your loved one wants you to enjoy your life. Your loved one wants you to enjoy the rest of your life. They want you to experience the beauty that surrounds you all the time. and find the joy within the lessons. Clearly, you still have things that you need to experience here. Stuff you need to do. But you gotta heal from this. And I mean, take your time. This is like, the healer came out, but it shouldn't feel like pressure to heal. You know, it's important for us to like feel the feelings and release the emotions, but at the same time know the truth that your loved one is never gone. They're never really gone. They're never really gone. All right, Spirit, what else do we have? Any other messages for the collective that this story belongs to? A little bug is walking right here and just walked right up to me. A little tiny bug is crawling around. I don't want to squish it, so I stopped shuffling. Huh. Interesting. A little bug, and look, we've got a bug on the message card right here. Did it just fly away? It did. It just flew up. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did it just fly? Is it flying around my head? It just flew right by me. I wonder if the camera caught that. It was a very little bug. Ooh, I'm getting chills. Oh. There it is. It came back. Look. Do you see? It's a really tiny little winged bug. All right, Spirit. I see. I get the picture. I get the picture. Your loved one is here. Your loved one is here, and they're smiling. I just see a smiling face in my mind. A smiling face. All right, Spirit, what else do we have for the collective that this story belongs to? Let's get 2 more shuffles. 1. And 2. All right, Spirit. Any other messages from the other side for the collective that this story belongs to, please? House cat. House cat. We've got the house cat, and look. There's a cat on this card. Look. Do you have a cat? You might have a cat. I think your loved one wants you to hug your kitty. I think your loved one wants you to hug and pet your kitty. Give your kitty lots of love. Your loved one might have really loved that cat. All right, let's read the description of this card, the house cat. Look at that, house cat and a house cat, 2 cats. Okay, the house cat. Here we go, number 4. The house cat. The house cat symbolizes choices, the easy way out, or rewilding. A common friend in the pet world, the house cat is one of the few domesticated animals that can turn feral at any moment and then back again, if it so chooses. That same dichotomy is present within this card. In a reading, the house cat asks us about the decisions we're making and whether they're in alignment with what we truly want, believe, or need. As humans, we are prone to taking the path of least resistance, the comfortable, familiar path. But just because something is comfortable doesn't mean it's good. It's time to get honest with yourself. Are you moving towards growth, toward your desires, towards your needs? Or are you staying sedentary and complacent because at least you know what to expect? Yeah, are you maybe like sitting in sadness, complacent at home and not doing what makes you happy? Your loved one doesn't want you to do that. Your loved one wants you to get out there and enjoy life. Grow, learn, heal, and enjoy your life. Think of the feral nature a cat never loses. There's a part of you that is also begging to be free, to be wild, to embrace the risk of trying something new. It's highly likely that this is the truest version of yourself. Let that part out of the house. Further reflection. People often talk about the process of rewilding, but what does it mean? It's the process of dismantling all the expectations and pressures imposed on us upon us by society and others. Sorry, I'm not reading that right. Rewilding. But what does it mean? It is the process of dismantling all the expectations and pressures imposed upon us by society, by others, and very often by our own selves. And look, the deceiver. Dismantling the expectations and pressures imposed upon us by ourselves. Yeah. It says, through rewilding, we return to our rawest, most natural selves. Yeah, you know, your loved one wants you to go back to the way you were before this happened. They want you to enjoy life again. And stop putting so much pressure on yourself to be in a state of mourning. That's what your loved one is trying to say here, is that they want you to heal from this, realize that they're not gone. It's a new beginning, a fresh start. They want you to see the truth of this. They want you to heal. We've got the messenger card here twice and spiritual cleansing, along with the house cat twice. Look at this. This is just, look. Look. Messenger. House cat. Look. Yeah. Your person, they want you to enjoy your life. They don't want you to sit around sad anymore or lonely. They want you to get out there and enjoy. Do what makes you happy. Okay, let's get one final card from this deck. All right, Spirit, any final words of advice or wisdom or messages from the other side, please? Any other messages from the other side, please, Spirit? Any other messages for the collective that this story belongs to? All right. Any other messages, please, Spirit? Any other messages? Whoa! Birds! Look! Birds. What did I say about birds? Birds are messengers from the other side. They exist in the realm between earth and sky. They have the ability to move between dimensions. They can come to the earthly plane or they can go to the sky. Your loved one has complete freedom to move now. They're not confined by gravity or the human experience, the human body. They're free, like a bird. They're free as a bird. They're free as a bird. And they don't want you to be sad.